Hello, everybody! Welcome back to my YouTube content reviewing this book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. In this video, we will review the chapter 21 to 24. So that is mean that this is our last video of this book, but I will bring another book to be reviewed next week, and I promise that that one book is more fun than this one. So anyway, this week's review will contain resume, a dialogue that I want to mention, and the last part is review. So I will tell you the resume that I made. In chapter 21, Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion travel into a dark, swampy forest. They hear a great gathering of animals in distress, for a terrible spider-like monster has been attacking them. The beasts bow before the lion, asking him to save them and become their king. The lion, though fearful, finds the monster asleep and kills it with a brave strike. The animals cheer and pledge to follow him. He promises to return once Dorothy is safe. In chapter 22, the travelers reach a steep, rocky hill in the country of the Quadlings. As they try to climb, strange creatures called hammerheads appear. They have no arms, yet their heads shoot out and knock travelers backward. Dorothy and her friends cannot pass until Dorothy uses her final command from the golden cap to summon the winged monkeys. The monkeys carry them safely over the hill to red houses and pleasant fields of the Quadlings. The monkeys then say their farewell, for Dorothy cannot summon them again. In chapter 23, Dorothy and her friends arrive at Glinda's castle. They freshen themselves up, then stand before Glinda, the good witch. Dorothy tells Glinda her whole journey and says she only wants to go back to Kansas. Glinda asks for the golden cap and Dorothy gives it willingly. Glinda then arranged for Dorothy's friend, the Scarecrow, will rule in the Emerald City, the Tin Woodman will rule the Winkies, and the lion will return to rule the forest. After these matters all settled, Glinda reveals that Dorothy's silver shoes have the power to carry her wherever she wishes. Dorothy kisses her friends goodbye, holds Dodo, clicks her heels 3 times, and instantly begins to flying home. Finally, in chapter 24, with the title Home Again, Dorothy arrives back in Kansas. Aunt Em, who is watering cabbages outside, is shocked, but overjoyed to see her. Dorothy explains solemnly that she was in the land of Oz and says how glad she is to be home. And we move on to the next part. Let me tell you my favorite dialogue from this week's chapters. It's the part when Glinda tells Dorothy that her silver shoes can actually take her home. I laugh a little when I read that because Dorothy has been walking, crying, and almost getting killed by flying monkeys while answering was literally right on her feet. Glinda just looks at her kindly and says something like, "Your silver shoes will carry you wherever you wish." And Dorothy's reaction is basically like, "Wait, what? I could have gone home this whole time?" It's both funny and shocking at the same time. It feels like one of those moments when you spend hours looking for your phone and then realize it's in your hand. Poor Dorothy. She went through so much just to find out she's already had the magic she needed. But I think that's what makes it so good. It's a mix of comedy and wisdom. Even though it's funny, it also teaches a nice lesson that sometimes we already have the answer, but we don't see them right away. For me, this part is fun but also meaningful. Glinda doesn't laugh or tease Dorothy. She just smiles, like she knew Dorothy had to learn it by herself. It's a gentle reminder that life can be like that too. Sometimes we have to go through the long road just to discover something that was with us all along. Still, I can't help but imagine Toto is probably barking like, seriously, Dorothy, you had magic shoes the whole time. And we move on to the next part. The last part, the last but not least part, is the review. In the last four chapters of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, the story finally reaches its happy ending. Yay! Each characters get what they have been searching for. For example, the lion becomes the true kings of beasts. The scarecrow and tin woodman achieve their new roles as rulers, and Dorothy finally learns how to return home. The adventure feels complete, and every friend finds their own place in the world. What I like about these chapters is how they show that courage, love, and wisdom were already inside the characters all along. The gifts they received were not real magic, but symbols to make them believe in themselves. Dorothy's discovery that her shoes could take her home is both funny and meaningful. It shows that sometimes we already have what we need, we just need to realize it. Overall, these final chapters are warm, satisfying, and full of gentle lessons. The story ends not with a big fight or a huge surprise, but with understanding and growth. Dorothy's goodbye to her friends is touching, and her return to Kansas feels peaceful. It's a nice reminder that adventures are exciting, but there is truly no place like home. So I really like to recommend this book for you all who like to reading a fantasy book. Anyway, so that's all review I can tell you this week. This is the last part of this book. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.